What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a 30-minute Pilates arms workout. If we've not met before, hi, my name's Margaret. I'm 26. I'm a certified Pilates instructor, currently living in Colorado, but honestly, not for much longer. For today's workout, you're gonna need some light weights. I've got two options, a light bala bangle, these are 1 pound, and also a light hand weight, these are about 3 pounds. Give yourself some options. And then remember, these 30-minute workouts this week are all a part of my daily 30-minute on-demand workout program that's on my Pilates membership. I'll always leave that information down in the description if you want more workouts like this, but let's go ahead and get into things. We'll get started all the way down on our mat. I want you to come into a comfortable seated position, whether that's cross-legged, legs out in front of you, maybe sitting in butterfly. We'll take the hands right to the tops of the legs, and then I want you to give me a big inhale. Fill your body up with air, breathing in through the nose. Think about breathing into the rib cage, letting air travel from side to side and from front to back. And then we'll exhale out, let all of that air go. We'll do 3 more like that, nice big inhale. And then we'll exhale out, let it go. Good, 2 more, big inhale. And then we'll exhale out, let it go. This will be our last one, big deep breath, breathing in through the nose. And then we'll exhale out, let it all go. Good. With that last exhale, we'll take the arms so they come into a goalpost position. 90-degree bend right there at the elbows. We'll take an inhale to squeeze the elbows in towards our sides. You're going to exhale, press right back up to center, and then inhale, you'll tap the fingertips up overhead. And we'll do 3 more just like that, squeezing the elbows in towards our sides, trying to keep the wrists, the elbow, and the shoulder all in line. We're going to press those fingertips up through center. This is going to be 2. Good, and this will be our last one. We're gonna squeeze those elbows in. We'll press up to center and then tap the fingertips up overhead. Once you finish up with that rep, we'll bring the arms back into goalpost. I want you to take an inhale. You're gonna press your chest forward, pull the elbows back. And then exhale, we're gonna close the arms, rounding in the upper back. It's like a seated cat-cow. Inhale, you're gonna pull forward. Exhale, you close. For 2 more, open up. And then bring it down. Last one, we're gonna open up. And then we'll bring it right back in. Then from there, we're gonna reach the arms so they go out into a T. You'll take an inhale, shift over towards the right, dropping the right hand down, lifting the left arm up. Nice deep breath, still pressing down into the left hip, finding length, finding a stretch from hip up to the middle finger. We'll take an inhale here, and then let's exhale, press back up to center. Same thing on the other side. Excuse me, left hand goes down, right arm's gonna lift up overhead. I don't know what it is. Every time I start to film, I feel a burp coming on. We'll take a big inhale. I know that's disgusting. We'll take an exhale, press right back up to center. And then once you get there, your arms are in a T. I want you to close the rib cage, pull the bottom 2 tips of your ribs just a little bit back in towards your spine so that we can kind of pull the shoulders right on top of the hips. We'll just take an inhale, close the arms. You can tap your fingertips together in front of your chest, and then inhale, open right back up. Let's do that 3 more times. Bring the hands together and then open up. We'll go for 2. And then last one. Good, we'll open the arms out. You're gonna drop the arms down, take a little shake of the shoulders, and then whatever weights you wanna start with, I have 2 options just because I know I'm gonna get tired. We're gonna start off with a little bit of core work mixed in with upper body. I think I'm gonna go for my 1 pound bala bangles. Go ahead and take your weights into your hands. We'll bend at the knees, feet about hips distance apart, anchor your sits bones down into the mat. Reach the arms out in front of you. We'll take an inhale to sit up tall. You're gonna exhale, draw the belly button in towards your spine. You'll start to roll down, I'd say about 3/4 of the way, inhaling right about here, and then we'll exhale, draw in from the belly button, roll yourself all the way back up. We'll just do 4 more like that, rolling back, inhaling, and then exhaling to take it right back up. This is gonna be 3. We'll take it down, inhale, then exhale, bring it up. This will be 2. I always need to adjust my feet those first couple of reps. This will be our last one. We're gonna roll back. You'll hold it right there. Left arm stays still. I want you to take the right arm. You're gonna bend at the elbow, rotating open towards the right. Exhale, you'll press that right arm back through center. 4 more like that, bending back through the right elbow. and then pressing forward. We'll go for 3, for 2, and then last one, pull that right side back, hold it there. We'll take the left arm, you're gonna lift it up, bicep by your ear. Exhale, lower it back down for 4 more. Lift up, lower down, for 3, for 2, and then last one, left arm comes down. We're gonna press ourselves up through center, take a second, reset, and then roll yourself back down. We'll pull back on the left side, bending the left elbow, holding it right there, rotating open to the left. You're gonna push that left arm forward and then pull it back for 4 more. Press it forward, pull it back. We'll go for 3, for 2, and then last one, we'll pull the left elbow back, hold it right there, reaching the right arm up, taking it right back down for 4 more. Lift up, bring it down for 3. Good, for 2. And then last one, we'll bring the right arm down. You're gonna press up through center and then we put it all together. We're gonna roll back, bending through the right elbow, lifting up through the left arm. Exhale, you're gonna press things back up to center. Inhale, we pull back on the left side, lift up through the right arm. We'll do 4 more each side because it's not super fun. Just kidding, I'm having the time of my life. 4. Good, for 3. Woo! And 3. Good, this is gonna be 2. If your core's shaking, so is mine. We're doing it together. And 2. Good, let's go, last one. Woo! And then last one. Good, and then you'll bring yourself all the way through center. You're gonna inhale, round forward through the upper back. Finding space from shoulder to shoulder. Just take a deep breath right here, big inhale. And then exhale out, we're gonna let it all go. Perfect. Okay, from right here, take your weights with you. We're gonna pop right up into a high kneeling position. Both knees will go down. I'd say go about hips distance apart or find a spot that's comfortable for you. Your feet are back behind you. I don't want you to tuck your toes under. I want the tops of your feet to press flat into your mat, and let me scoot forward so I can do that too. We'll tuck the tailbone under, and then you take your weights in both hands. We'll pull the elbows in by the rib cage, and all you're gonna do right here is press the arms up, pull the elbows right back in. This one's called serve the tray. Press up, take it in. Now we're gonna do each of these arm exercises about a minute. So what I'm gonna do, instead of counting reps, I'm gonna count time, counting seconds, keeping track of time, whatever we wanna say. Good, so I'll give you a warning at 15 seconds and then I'll count down from about 5, okay? Just so that you know where things are headed. Good. Now, pace is up to you for sure. I'd say with this one, you probably feel comfortable picking up the pace a little bit. This one is nice because we're working from below shoulder height up to shoulder height. Good, and if you want to slow it down, go for it. If at any point you want to ditch your weights, go ahead and ditch your weights. That's cool with me. Good. Okay, keep moving from right here. We've got about 15 more seconds, and then we'll just hold the arms out in front of us. I'll walk you through the rest. Keep moving. We've just got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the arms up in line with the shoulders. You'll just take an inhale, open the arms out, and then close it right back in. Inhale, open, and then exhale, close. As you start to open the arms out, it might feel a little bit wobbly. You also might feel a little shift of your body. See how my pelvis is tilted forward a little bit like this? I want you to stay tucked under. I want you to stay anchored down into the knees and into the feet. So you open up and close it back down instead of opening and closing, right? Everything's gonna stay still. Everything's gonna stay stable. Good. And you don't have to open your arms out past the shoulders, right? Going here is not going to feel any better. We'll try to keep that rib cage locked into place. Let's go for 15 more seconds. And then we'll hold the arms out by our sides. I will walk you through the rest. Just give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open the arms out, hold it right there. Left arm stays still. We take the right. You're gonna pull in, open out. Go in, open out, in, and out. Good. And you'll just keep moving like this. Keep your gaze lifted and pointed forward, like you're trying to lock eyes with me through the camera. That's what I'm imagining. What are you imagining? I'm over here like, I'm making direct eye contact with you. Do you feel it? Good. Good. Okay, if you don't feel it already, the shoulders are gonna start to burn out. So if you feel like you need a second to just breathe, drop the arms. That's fine. Again, you can ditch the weights. You're still gonna get a lot of work right here with some weightless upper body exercises. We're going for 15 more seconds and then we'll swap over to the other side. Right arm reaches out, left arm pulls in. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach that right arm out, take the left arm. You're gonna pull it in and open out. Bring it in, open out. Good. In and out. We'll just keep going from there. It's hard to work single side. This is something that'll make you realize that, but also that it's important to train, I'm gonna use a big word, unilateral movement. All that means is single side movement. Good, because that'll help us to just, get a little bit more in touch with our body, see which side feels like it's a little bit stronger. For me, it's almost always the right side that feels stronger. But these exercises that we're going to be doing for our arms, it's really going to be mostly shoulders. We're practicing a lot of muscular endurance right here. We've got about 15 seconds. Then we get to drop the arms down. We're going to hinge from the hips. We'll do a little bit of tricep work. In just 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms open out. You're going to drop the arms down. Take a second, shake it out. I'm just going to flip to the side so that you can see. We tuck the tailbone under. You're going to hinge back from your hips, reaching your hips back towards your heels. You can even sit your heels or your hips all the way back onto your heels if that becomes more comfortable. I'm gonna go a little hover above the heels with my hips. We stay engaged in the core, elbows tuck into your sides. You're gonna exhale, press back, and then inhale, bring it in. Press back, bring it in. For this one, I think I'm gonna try my 3-pound weights and see how it goes. I always get ambitious and then we get through it and I'm like, wait, no, never mind. That was a bad idea. Bad time to get ambitious. But I always start out with the best intentions. I'm like, okay, let's try a 3-pound weight and just see how it goes. But because it's so much endurance, it gets to be a little bit tricky, right? The muscle fatigues pretty quickly. Let's go for about 15 seconds right here. And then we're gonna come up out of this forward hinge. We'll come up nice and tall and do some chest expansion in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna sit up nice and tall. Again, tucking the tailbone under, hands come back by your sides. You'll flip your palms back, roll the shoulders down and back. Exhale to press your hands back behind you. Inhale to pull forward. It's gonna be a really tiny movement. It's gonna feel very simple, very stupid. Dare I say it, but I said it. This one is good though because it helps us to find a little bit of stretch almost and length through the front of our body while we kind of strengthen the back side of the body. So every time that you press back, think about squeezing the shoulder blades together without popping your chest forward, right? So we keep everything locked into place. We'll feel a little bit of core work as we press back, especially if you're using an exhale. You'll feel belly button drawing in towards the spine. You'll feel hips and ribs pulling together just a little bit to help us stabilize. Let's go for about 15 more seconds right here, and then we'll press the hands back. We'll take tiny pulses in and out in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press the hands back, hold it right there. You're gonna squeeze the hands 1 inch in towards each other and then open 1 inch out. Go 1 inch in and then 1 inch out. Good. In and out, in and out. And just take stock of the rest of your body, see what's going on. Your gaze is lifted and pointed forward. I don't want you to crane your neck looking to me. So adjust the rest of your body if you feel like your neck is getting out of whack because you're trying to look over your shoulder to the screen. Let's go for 15 more seconds and then we'll take things in. We're gonna readjust the positioning of the legs and we'll keep things moving in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll take everything in. I'm going to flip back to you. Right knee stays down. Left leg is going to come out. You'll bend at the knee 90 degrees and then take your weight that's in your left side. Just drop it off to the side. We'll bring our left forearm to the top of the left leg so we get a little bit of a hinge over. And then we're going to rotate the right shoulder down, reaching the right hand towards the left foot. We'll exhale to pull the weight up to our shoulder, and then you're going to open your chest up, pressing your weight out. We'll pull back in and then rotate all the way back down. I once heard somebody call this move the lawnmower, so we're going to stick with that. Good. Now here you may feel good with a little bit of a heavier weight, like 3 pounds will probably feel manageable because again, we're starting below shoulder height and then lifting up at that final moment. But if you feel better with 1 pound weights or with no weights, go ahead and take it there. That's fine. Good. We're going for about 15 more seconds right here. And then we're going to go with a similar movement. We'll just lift this left arm off of the leg. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Keep your left foot planted down onto the mat. Now we'll take the left hand to the hip. Your right hand is going to come in front of your left hip. You'll exhale, pull the fist up to the shoulder, and then extend out. We'll bend the elbow in and then pull it back home. This will feel different than the first exercise that we did because we're not getting that rotation through the upper body. Maybe it feels a little bit harder. Maybe it feels a little bit easier. However you feel is completely right. Good. Awesome. Let's go for about 15 more seconds right here. All right, we've got 4, 3, 2, and last one. We're gonna bring things in. We'll swap out the legs. We're gonna move right over to the other side. I'm just swapping my weight over into my left hand. Right foot goes out. You're gonna turn the toes out towards the short edge of your mat, 90-degree bend right here at the knee, and then drop the right forearm to your knee. You're gonna start by rotating the left shoulder down, reaching the left hand towards the arch of the right foot. Exhale, you'll pull the weight up to the shoulder and then open up to extend out. We'll rotate back down, bending the elbow, reaching towards the foot. Good, and we'll just keep going like that. This one's a lot of shoulder, this one and the accompanying movement. Lots of shoulders going on. But you guys know this, Pilates is a lot of shoulders. It just is. It's all about trying to stabilize shoulders, hips, and core. Right, and those 3 things all have to work together. We work a lot on strengthening our stabilizing muscles, which is those tiny muscles. Right, they're not those big muscle groups. The muscles you didn't know you have. Let's go for 15 more seconds, and then we'll sit up nice and tall. Good, we've just got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna sit up nice and tall. Right hand can come to the hip. Your hips are squared off to me. Both hip points point forward. We'll take the left hand so it comes to the front of the right hip. You're gonna exhale, pull your fist up to your shoulder and then unfold. We'll bend the elbow back in and then take it back to that starting point. So fist to armpit, unfold, bend it in, take it down. Good. Awesome, we just keep going from right here. Whew. You doing good? I'm struggling a little bit, but I think we're gonna make it through together. Let's go for 15 more seconds. Good, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll drop the left arm down. You're gonna pull that right knee back in. Take a moment. We're gonna do a little bit more triceps. So just reset, grabbing onto both of your weights. You can go 3 pounds, 1 pound, or no weight, whatever you want to do. We're going to hinge back again from the hips, tucking the elbows into our rib cage. And I think I'm actually going to swap out for my 1 pound weights because I know where this is headed. Okay, we're going to hinge back from the hips, elbows tuck in nice and tight. I want you to take an inhale. You're going to press those arms up overhead and then circle the arms around and out, bending the elbows to pull back in. I'm going to hit the wall. Okay, we're going to press those arms up. We'll circle out and around, bend the elbows, pull right back in. Press up, circle out, bend the elbows, pull it home. Now, if you want to add on, you're going to press the arms up, come up to straight, circle the arms out and around, and then as you bend at the elbows, you're going to hinge at the hips. Okay, press up, circle out, bend in, and hinge. Good. Okay, I'm going to flip this way because I'm going to hit the wall if I keep going like this. Good. All right, we'll move for about 15 more seconds right here, and then we're just going to take this in the opposite direction. I'll warn you pretty much right away, the opposite direction's going to feel a little bit less natural, but we're going to go for it in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we'll come back to that starting point, tucking the elbows in nice and tight. You're going to press the arms back behind you. Flip your palms, circle out and around, biceps by the ears, and then bend at the elbows, pull it in. We press back, circle out and around, and then bend the elbows in. And then if you want to add on, you'll press the arms back. As you circle the arms out and around, you come up through to that tall kneeling position. You'll hinge back at the hips, pull the elbows in. Press back, circle out and around, and then hinge, pull the elbows in. Good. It'll feel a little bit more challenging for sure. That's okay. We're getting shoulders, obviously. We're also getting triceps as we press back into those arms. So maybe you want to pause for a second as you take that tricep extension. Good. Let's go for 15 more seconds right here. All right, we're going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to hinge back from the hips, press those hands back. We just bend in, press out, right back into those tricep presses. We'll bend and press, bend and press. Good. Perfect. If you'd like to go hips all the way back to the heels, absolutely go for it. If you feel a lot of tension in your neck, I want you to adjust your gaze. You're looking down, but a little bit forward. I'd say look towards the top edge of your mat. We always want to think of the head and the neck as an extension of the spine. So if you're in this hinge forward, you wouldn't want your neck to be craning up because then your spine is going to look like this. It's not going to look or feel so nice. Good, 15 seconds right here, and then we'll press those hands back. You're gonna hold it right there, and we'll take some little tiny pulses in just 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press the hands back, hold it right there. You're gonna press 1 inch up, pull it 1 inch back down. Keep going, 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Lift and lower, you got it. Lift and lower. 15 more seconds right here. We'll keep those hands lifted. You're going to squeeze in and release out. You just have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep those arms lifted. You're going to squeeze 1 inch in, open 1 inch back out. In and out, in and out. You got it. In and out. Keep moving, in and out. Good. 15 seconds right here. Then we drop the arms down. Whew. We're going to sit hips back to heels in just 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the arms, hips to heels. Take a second. Breathe. I'm going to swap out my weights for this next one. We're going to be doing kind of a rowing movement. That's going to get into our bigger muscle group. So if you feel like you want to try heavier weight, try it. We're going to come back up into that tall kneel and then hinge from the hips, nice flat back, reaching the weights down in front of you, nice straight arms. You're going to exhale, bend at the elbows, take a high row as you come up into that high kneel, and then inhale, hinging at the hips. You're going to reach those hands down like right in front of your knees. Okay, so exhale, we pull up. Inhale, we're gonna release it right back down. And you'll keep going like that. I will demonstrate for you. It's like low-key a deadlift as we're hinging back from the hips and reaching the weights down. So if you start to feel backside of the legs and glutes working, you're absolutely correct. Good. Now, if you want to add on right here, next time that you pull the elbows up, you're going to pause right there. We'll press the arms up to goalpost, pull back down, and then hinge at the hips, reach those arms in front of us. Pull it up, lift, lower, and then hinge. Good. This one should feel pretty good, right? Because we're not staying up at shoulder height the whole time. But if that little press up into goalpost is not for you, go ahead and ditch it. If the hinge backwards is not working for you, hinging from the hips, ditch it. You don't have to do it. That's always my rule. If you don't like it, don't do it. Good. We're going to be here about 15 more seconds, then we get into our finishers here before we take a couple of stretches and I leave you for the day. Aren't you sad? I'm sad. I love hanging out with you guys. We've just got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're just going to lift those arms up to goalpost, lower them right back down. Lift and lower, lift and lower. You got it. It's the last thing we do right here. Well, not this specifically, but this last little bit. Just 15 seconds right here. Then the arms come back into goalpost. We got our real finisher in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the arms to goalpost. Hold it right there. Draw in from the belly button. Tiny pulses up and down. Up and down for 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. We'll bring the arms all the way down. Take a second, breathe. Take your weights, toss them off to the side, and then we'll just come down into a seated position. You're gonna take your legs so they go all the way out in front of you. We'll get a nice little hamstring stretch right there, but we're gonna stretch out through the shoulders as well. We're gonna take a big inhale to reach the arms up and around overhead, pressing down into the hips, reaching up in the upper body, lifting the fingertips, lifting the gaze, lifting the crown of the head, all of that good stuff. And then when you're ready, exhale, you're gonna hinge at the hips. You'll forward fold, reaching down for the feet. Feet if you can reach them, mat or the shins if you cannot. Wherever you feel like you still have a nice open airway, you've still got a lot of nice length through your spine. We'll take an inhale right here. And then exhale, press yourself up to center. We're gonna be reaching the hands back behind the head, open up through the elbows. We'll take an inhale to twist over towards the right. Once you get there, reach the left hand out, reach the right arm back. You're gonna hinge at the hips, reaching that left hand towards the outside of the right foot, and then just placing your right hand on your lower back or reaching it up and around for the top of the left hip. Good, opening up through the chest. We'll take a big inhale. And then we're gonna exhale, let it go. We'll pull back up, bending the elbows. You're gonna de-rotate, taking things through center, and then rotate over towards the left. Reaching out through the right arm, reaching out through the left arm. We'll hinge at the hips, reaching the right hand for the outside of that left foot, and then just taking your left hand to your lower back, or maybe even to the top of your right hip. Big deep breath right here, big inhale. And then exhale, let it go. We'll reach the left arm back. Lift ourselves up through center, bend at the elbows. We'll de-rotate, drop the arms right there, and then just take a second. You can bring your hands to your shoulders, bend at the elbows. We're gonna take a couple circles. Imagine you've got a pencil wedged right into your elbow. You're just drawing a circle with that pencil. Good, let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and then last one, and then we'll go the opposite way. You're gonna circle up and around, pulling the elbows forward. We'll go for 3. Good, for 2. And then last one. Good, okay, then with that last one, we're gonna bring our legs in. We get to wrap up with a child's pose, which should feel kind of nice. Feet are gonna go back behind you. Bring your big toes together and then open out through your knees. Hands will just start in front of you, kind of like you're in a tabletop position. If you'd like to shift forward a little bit and then pull back, you sure can. We'll reach hips all the way back to the heels, reaching the fingertips long in front of us, pressing our chest, our forehead down towards the mat, and then reaching the hips closer towards the heels. If you can get your forehead all the way down, awesome. I can't quite because I will smash the mic and I don't want to put you guys through that. We'll just take a big inhale right here, filling everything up with air. And then you can exhale out, let all of that air go. Beautiful. When you're ready, press yourself all the way back up through to seated. You can take any other stretches you feel like you need, but you guys are all finished for the day. I hope that you enjoyed this workout. As always, if you did, please let me know down in the comments. And if you want more workouts like this one, I will leave the information for my 30-minute on-demand program down in the description. Remember, you guys are awesome. You can do anything you put your mind to, and I will see you in our next video. I just can't resist you. You got me drinking love.